Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for July 25th to the 31st. This is for Aquarius Sun and Rising. And if you are new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread for your reading, but I also use astrology and my guides to get a lot more clarity, get a little bit more specific with what's going on for you, Aquarius. Now, this week, I'm not gonna lie, Aquarius, it's a big one, all right? It's a huge, huge week, especially for you, all right? Because the new moon in Leo on Thursday, one of the best new moons of the year, okay? Think about new beginnings there. That's really fiery too, all right? So, we know that the sun is in Leo right now. The sun is in its domicile. We love that, all right? Aquarius, listen, that new moon and with the sun going into Leo, Mercury had just recently gone into Leo. Aquarius, that's your 7th house, okay? Partnerships. You are going to see a lot of things come to fruition with partnerships. You are going to see a lot of seeds being planted with partnerships. And when I say partnerships, listen, that can be romantic. That can be in career and business. It could be something that you're doing with your neighbor or your brothers and your sisters. Because if you think about it, Jupiter's in Aries. That's your 3rd house. All right. Now the 3rd house rules a lot of things. It rules a lot of things. But at the end of the day, really communications, siblings are in there. Funnily enough, 3rd house is also technology. And Aquarius, we know you rule technology, so there could be something you're doing online, some website, maybe like a social media channel. You know what? Whatever, it does not matter because, listen, there's a lot of activity around communication. And how do we communicate with others? He says social media. So, listen. Don't hold back this week. Oh, something flipped over, and I don't know if you saw that, but I'm not like the one that's like, oh, that one's calling to me or whatever. That was actually just like a slip of the wrist. But listen, if it comes up, and then it will be meant to be. But at the same time, listen, Aquarius, the theme of the week is the sky is the limit, especially with that new moon in Leo. I love that. All right. Now, listen, also there is going to be July 31st, sun trining Jupiter, okay? Best day of the month, luckiest day of the month. I love that it's coming like right after that new moon in Leo. So, Aquarius, this should be a very good week for you. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading, all right? I'm very excited. Now, Aquarius, like I said, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. If it's what my clients prefer, if you do want to have a private reading with me, you know where to find me. Secondly, Aquarius, if you're new to my channel, it would be so great if you like and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow in a really big way. And I love you, Aquarius. I also love big shout out to my subscribers because, hey, y'all really inspire me. I love the comments that you leave. I love that you're here with me every week. You really make my day. Now, Aquarius, not gonna lie, when I say this is a big week, it's a really big week. It is a very, very big week. Wow. Okay, so you pulled your own card. That's great. You got 3 major arcanas here. Listen, I love that I love that you got this. The 6 of Cups doesn't get enough credit, all right? When it comes up in readings, if you see other readers, I feel like they just don't spend too much time on it. This is one of the sweetest cards. This is one of the kindest cards. This is a card of sharing and gratitude. This is a card of security, okay? Feeling safe. This is great, okay? This is a card of nostalgia, all right? What is nostalgia? Nostalgia is, if you do the research, you can Google it. Research it's been done for decades. Nostalgia improves our mental health. It improves our well-being, all right? You may have run into people in the past. You may have gone home to visit your family. There could have been something that really brought that to you. In any case, you pull this in your past. 6 really is harmony. It really is, if you think about it, it's the heart of the tree of life. I love where you're coming from, okay? There is that sweetness and kindness. I'm going to give a lot of credit to Venus and Cancer there, all right? Because with Venus and Cancer, you know what? It just feels good to feel good, all right? Now, we know Venus is in your 6th house, okay? So that's daily activity. So things are really good. There's a sweetness to your reading this week, all right? There's a sweetness to what's going on. There's a lot of sharing and caring and protection, okay? Now, speaking of protection, Aquarius, listen, if you have any doubts, if you have any worries, if you have any concerns, I want you to squash them right away. You pull the Strength card, okay? Now, listen, 8's very active, okay? And this is really funny because, like I tell some readers, listen, you can see the woman taming the lion here. Now, in any other scenario, if you see a woman taming a lion, there's going to be blood. It's going to be a little chaotic, all right? Look how beautiful this is, all right? So, what does that mean? It means that strength that you have moving into this week, it's between you and the synergy of, let's say, your spirit animal, what's inside you, whatever you believe in, whatever gives you support, whatever gives you confidence. So it can be, yes, it can be God. Yes, it can be the universe. It can be whatever you believe in spiritually, but it can also be your mom, your best friend, all right? Your therapist, whoever it is. Tap into that energy, that strength. This is an active card. It doesn't just say, it doesn't say that, the strength is coming from you just standing there and, waving. You really tap into that source, okay? Also, notice, sign of infinity over your head, divine protection here, all right? Infinite possibilities, infinite potential. I love that you got this. You're going to, oh, goodness, man. And you know what? The fact that we are going into Leo with all that activity in Leo, hello, all right? I love synchronicity. Now, listen. Speaking of synchronicity, I love that you brought your own card into the mix, okay? This is the Aquarius card. This card is ruled by Aquarius, all right? The star. It's in your crown. This is just saying that you are waiting, you're hoping for those dreams of yours to come to fruition. That is all that you want at this point. And listen, Aquarius, I am with you, all right? On a personal note, there's been something I've been working on for a really long time, over 8 years. Yeah, really long time. And it's just every day, every morning. I pray to the universe. I say, please let this happen, please let this happen. But, I'm patient with this, okay? I know the thing that I'm working on, I know it doesn't, it can't be done in, it takes a long time, right? So you're thinking of something that you want to come to fruition, and just keep thinking it because it says the stars are aligning, all right? Now, it's really important to, and the energy that I'm getting is that you're there, Aquarius, you're there. You're in a good place, okay? You can see the main star here, but you can see all those other little stars around it, right? The 7 stars. They really do represent the chakras here, all right? Alignment, all right? This is really great because, the star comes after the tower, when everything falls apart, showing there is hope. Now, one thing that I want to mention, and again, I'm not getting a big energy of any Aquarius being, weird about it. I feel like you're in a good place and your heart's in a good place, but I do want to mention, listen, in order for your hopes to have your dreams come to fruition, you have to have care too, right? You have to care to hope, okay? Care is the foundation of making these hopes come alive for your dreams. Now, I skipped your challenge area. You got the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So here's the thing. When the Ace of Pentacles, this is a beautiful card, all right? Especially when it comes to money, especially when it comes to new salary, or even just a bump up in salary, more money coming in, side hustles, what is it called? Other revenue streams. You know what I mean? Even tangible realities, things that you want, that car that you've been eyeing, that, stack of or that house that you've been eyeing, things around us. Listen, came up in your challenge area. So there could have been some sort of loss for some Aquarians in terms of this environment, whether it is you lost a job, whether it is some stocks or something happened with your stocks, especially in this economy, right? Big inflation happening right now, a lot of wobbly stock market stuff. But at the same time, the Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings. That's the hand of God bringing this new opportunity in terms of wealth, in terms of money. And there is a little bit of a blockage, okay? Now, again, I said there could have been some sort of loss that you're dealing with, which brings that strength for you, okay? Listen, this is why I'm saying you're good, because you're not, there's nothing here saying like, woe is me, like, I'm so pissed. It's more like, you know what? I'm strong enough to get through this, okay? If there is a disconnect with money right now, if there is something that is happening around you where it feels like, oh gosh, this isn't the way that I'm going, I like the way you're thinking, okay? I like the way you're thinking. Very positive here. Now, you did get the High Priestess in the root of your spread. This is really great because this is sort of balancing everything out here. Did you see that? Listen, the High Priestess, we love her. She is the guardian of the subconscious. And when she comes in your crown, oh my goodness, that is like the perfect match. That is where we like to see the High Priestess, you know? Like, just deep down, like tapping into our inner wisdom, okay? So not only that inner strength, inner wisdom too, okay? This really, she is the most psychic, the most intuitive person in the whole tarot deck, all right? You can see her sitting between the two columns. I mean, whether you want to call them light and dark, conscious, subconscious, it does not matter. This is being balanced, being aware in the moment, being aware and being passive. You can see that she's very passive here, unlike the Strength card, which is a little active, very passive. So spend some time being in the moment, being aware of what you need, being aware of what you need spiritually, okay? Being aware of what you can do to help your intuition. And again, listen, nothing here is showing me that you're not doing it. Isn't that interesting? There's nothing here showing, and you know, I pick up on the cards. I do get messages too. There's nothing. It's more like a reflection of what's happening for you, okay? Almost like there's no messages. It's more like a mirror of what you're going through, which is great. That's amazing, Aquarius. Now, you did get the Knight of Swords in your future area, so I want you to know things are going to move pretty fast, okay? Listen, this knight, fiery, all right? Well, all knights are fire. Swords, mental suit, right? So this is happening in your future area, okay? And when I say this is fiery, you can see him charging forward. Now, listen, there's 4 knights, all right? They're all on horses, okay? Knight of Wands is like, I mean, speed racer, like light speed, right? But he comes next, right? In terms of speed, he is charging forward toward you've got all these brilliant ideas and you're moving forward with it. You have all this brilliant potential that you're moving forward with it, all right? Mostly in the mental suit. This is in your mind. I mean, your mind could be going a million miles a minute. There could be a lot of different things that you're thinking about. We love the Knight of Swords, okay? We love the Knight of Swords. I love the Knight of Swords, okay? This really is just like, if there has been any, you know how like we all go through ups and downs in life? If there have been any downs, it has not stopped you, okay? Keep going, Aquarius. I love this for you. Now, let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, listen, you know what, Aquarius? I really love how much you've changed. I've been with you for a long time. I've been doing your readings for a long time. I really love how much you've changed, okay? There is sometimes, listen, and I'm not going to lie, out of all the signs, things were not, you didn't have, some things were not as challenging for you as some of the other signs that were going through a lot. But listen, you were still going through this transformative experience, and I love where you're at, okay? You did get the 10 of Swords. Aquarius, listen. Sometimes we feel that. Let me just tell you this. You have nothing to worry about, okay? 10 is the end, all right? 10 is the end of the suit. Now, it's a grim-looking card. You can see 10 swords impaling this young man. Poor guy. Is he dead? Who knows? What did he do? Who knows? All we know is that he was finally defeated, all right? It was a lot of things going on in his head, a lot of things happening in his life, a lot of things, you know, sure, we can talk about mental health as well. Things were just not great, and he felt pinned down. No pun intended. But listen, here's the good news. Think of those swords as aligning the chakras, all right? Look at these clouds clearing. Look at the sun coming out in the horizon, all right? Look at his hand, all right? Look at his hand. What does that remind you of? It is the same hand gesture as the Hierophant wisdom, all right? So think of this as a rebirth, Aquarius. Think of this as all those things that you were going through. If you were going through any challenging moments, especially mentally, if there were some frustrations, if there were some questions you were going through, if there was, I'm getting the word breakup, if there was a relationship situation that was happening, listen, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Sometimes, Aquarius, we do spend a lot of time in our heads, okay? We are air signs, right? So I feel like some of the things that have happened, even going all the way back to May, all right? That was a tough time, okay? There were some major eclipses. Some of that still stayed with us, all right? But you are now moving forward. And you got the full, all right? You got the full in your external factors area. Now, can we talk about how important this card is? Can we talk about the fact that I love you, the fact that you got the full in this area of your spread. Speaking of which, you got 3 major arcanas in your staff, okay? So, what is this? He's 0, all right? Not even like the number tarot deck. He's 0, okay? What is 0, Aquarius? 0's nothing. What is nothing? Nothing is literally everything, okay? This is basically you starting out on this new journey, okay? How great is it that it comes after 10 of Swords, the end of things, with a Fool, new things to come, all right? This is all about opportunity. This is all about even innocence, okay? Remember, we don't know his past. He doesn't have a past. He's starting at 0, all right? He does have his little satchel, right? All his past experiences, what are they? We don't know, because that's you, Aquarius. This is you. You're taking your chosen past experiences with you, but also check that out. You have the abundance of the sun fully protecting you, okay? This is telling you to take a leap of faith. And if you don't, something is going to come along to push you, all right? Something's going to come along to push you on this path that you want to be on. Something is going to push you in this path that you need to be on, all right? And I love that for you, all right? And when I say push you in this path, I don't think of like a teen, horror movie or whatever. It is a good thing, right? Taking that leap of faith, but like think of it as like skydiving or something that you're afraid to do for some Aquarius in terms of this new path or whatever. Taking that jump, oh my God, the feeling of it, you did it, but B, now you can do anything. All that confidence, but literally something new. And I love that for you. Now, you also got the moon. I wouldn't worry about this too much, okay? This is one of the fullest moons I've seen in my life. Listen, what does a full moon do? Oh gosh, it does everything. It affects, our tides. It affects animals go wild. Like we go a little crazy. Think about where the moon, the etymology of it, right? It literally like lunatic, okay? So the good news is it didn't come up in a spread or in a part of your spread where I would be like worried about this. It is just saying that you don't want to have to face like these emotional distresses, okay? A lot of fears, all right? You don't want that in your life anymore, all right? You want to evolve. Now, speaking of evolution, you see the dog and the wolf here, okay? Now, whether you're tapping into your tame side or your wild side, it does not matter. At the end of the day, those 2 animals, the dog and the wolf, represents evolution. We have to go through these moments to evolve. But listen, and again, here you see the 2 columns and pillars, as you see with the High Priestess, all right? So as I speak about synchronicity, I feel like, this is what I love about tarot, all right? This is what I love about tarot, just how everything happens and how there's such an order. But again, this is all I want you to do at the end of the day is just trust your intuition, okay? Just trust your intuition and you'll be fine, all right? And it looks like you are doing it especially with a High Priestess in your crown. Spend a little more time doing it and you get to a point where you are just so confident with knowing who you are and the decisions that you make, because how can we even make decisions when we can't trust ourselves, right? Now, the best news of all, Aquarius, you got the Empress in your final outcome area, all right? Final outcome. This is all about abundance, okay? But it is also birth to new things, birth to new ideas, birth to like the manifestations, the beautiful things in life, especially because look, you can see the symbol of Venus all over her. What is Venus? Venus is love. Venus is beauty. Venus is money. Venus is all those things we desire, all right? The finer things in life, but also she is preggers here, all right? So, final outcome, listen, Aquarius, it literally can mean you could be pregnant. And if you find out, listen, congratulations. Please leave a comment. I want to congratulate you directly. But listen, it really is, at the end of the day, expect a lot of abundance to come into your life, okay? She's really tapped into the nature around her, the earth around her as well. I want you to, especially because you are spending time really tapping into your spiritual energy, or even just awareness, self-awareness, okay? A lot of that good comes in nature, okay? Again, you can Google it. A lot of research has been done. Harvard just did a recent thing that spending time in nature, even like 20 minutes, does so much for our mental health and our well-being, and it is so good for our soul. But listen, you see what this is saying. You have a new, very new beginning coming. All right, Aquarius? You have a very new beginning coming. And it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And it's going to be exactly what you wanted. Aquarius, I didn't even have to pull any clarifiers for you. Like, you know where you're at. That's what I love about this, okay? Now listen, Aquarius, remember, you're good, okay? You're good. Just continue to do you. Continue to do you. You know the sky's the limit, right? You know the sky's the limit. Aquarius, I love you so much. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.